I'm Zia, and today I want to break down the kinds of things that can make a foreign guy more attractive, less attractive, a turn-on, or a total turn-off in the eyes of a lot of Filipinas. Not every woman thinks the same, obviously, but there are patterns, and once you understand those patterns, a lot of dating in the Philippines starts making more sense. Let's talk about something almost every foreign guy starts wondering as soon as he gets to the Philippines. Am I actually attractive to Filipinas? And honestly, I understand the question. You came a long way, you're in a new country, and you're still trying to read the room and figure out how dating really works here. So in this video, I'm going to go through some of the most common situations and the most common types, then sort them into 4 simple categories. More attractive, turn on. Less attractive, turn off. That's the format. Straight to the point, honest, and not dressed up to sound nicer than it is. Ready? Good, because I've been wanting to say this for a while. Under 30 or over 30. Now this is the part where some younger guys are probably not going to love what I'm about to say, but I'm saying it honestly. Yes, men under 30 can be very attractive physically. Nice body, smoother skin, more youthful energy, all of that. Of course we notice, we're not blind. But the problem is, a lot of younger men are still trying to figure themselves out. And that's not a crime, it's just reality. The issue is that many Filipinas are not looking for someone they have to guide through everything. We want a man who already understands himself a little. Men under 30 usually have less stability, less experience, less patience, and sometimes less direction too. Meanwhile, a man in his 30s, 40s, or even 50s often feels more solid. He knows what he wants. He doesn't waste time with nonsense. He takes care of a woman properly. He follows through. He carries himself differently, both in a relationship and in private. So under 30, less attractive. Over 30, much more attractive. Around here, age can actually work in your favor. Shaved downstairs or not. This is really simple. We don't like hair in our mouth. That's it. That's the whole reason. Shaved, more attractive. Not shaved, less attractive. A little bit of something is fine. A full jungle situation is not. And I'll just say, right before Valentine's Day here, there is a razor shortage in every single mall in the Philippines. That should tell you everything you need to know about what Filipinas prefer on themselves and what they appreciate from the other side too. 3 inches or 6 inches. Okay, I know. We're starting right there. But this is an honest conversation, so let's be honest. 3 inches? It works. Everything here is tight and tiny, so technically, it gets the job done. But 6 inches? Now that's a little more fun. That's a little more of a challenge. And Filipinas, we like a challenge. Anything bigger than that though, and we might need to have a different conversation. A longer conversation. Maybe with some stretching involved. So 3 inches, less attractive. 6 inches, more attractive. And if you've got 7, just come find me. We'll talk. Condom or no condom? Okay. Do you eat a candy bar with the wrapper still on? No, of course not. We want real. We want skin. We want connection, not a piece of plastic between us. No condom, turn on. Condom, turn off. Now, I know someone is already typing in the comments about the HIV statistics in the Philippines. And yes, I've seen that report about the increase in cases. But the overwhelming majority of those cases, around 90%, were linked to male-on-male contact. And the Philippines still has significantly lower rates than a lot of other countries, including Thailand and the United States. That said, please be smart. Get tested. Know your status. Don't have unprotected sex with someone you don't trust. And obviously, if you don't want a baby, then pull out. That's what we do here. Those are my rules. Take it or leave it. But I really hope you leave something. Divorced or never been married? Okay, so this one surprises a lot of people, but hear me out. When a guy tells me he's never been married, my brain immediately starts working overtime. I start asking myself, why not? Is he not ready? Is he a womanizer? Is he hiding something? Does no woman want him? It raises too many questions, and it uses up too many of my brain cells trying to figure it out. But when a guy says he's divorced, honestly, easy, simple, clean story. He was married, it didn't work out. She was probably difficult. Now he's single and ready for something new. I understand that. I respect that. It's a complete sentence. So, divorced, more attractive. Never been married, less attractive. Now look, I want to be fair here. A guy who's never been married obviously doesn't have all the drama and the ex-wife energy. And in some ways, that's genuinely better. More money, more focus, less baggage. But in terms of first impressions, in terms of what my brain does with the information, divorced just makes more sense to me immediately. That's all I'm saying. First time in the Philippines, or 7th trip. Oh, this one. This one is important, and I really want every foreigner to listen carefully. If it's your first time here, that is a massive, massive turn on, because it means we get to be your first. We get to show you everything. We get to be the one who teaches you how things work here. There's something really special about being someone's first Filipina experience. We take that seriously. We want to make it unforgettable. But if it's your 7th trip, or your 10th, or your 17th, that's a bit of a turnoff. Not because we judge you, but because we already know what that means. It means you probably have a whole collection of Filipina girlfriends from your previous trips. It means you already know the moves, the tricks, all of it. And it means you might not treat us like a gentleman. You'll treat us like someone you've done this with before. Now, I'm not saying don't come back. Please come back. We love that you love it here. But if you're on trip number 15 and you meet a girl you actually like, maybe don't lead with that. Just say you visited a few years ago and really wanted to come back. That's enough. She doesn't need the full trip history. Trust me on this one. First time, huge turn on. 7th trip, turn off. Low sex drive, or absolutely cannot stop. I mean, do I even need to explain this one? If you know anything about Filipinas, and by now I hope you're starting to, then you already know we are not shy about this topic. The Philippines has a lot of people for a reason. A lot of boom boom happening on this island, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I did the math once, and I think there are around 7,000 people doing it every single minute somewhere in this country. I believe it. So a low sex drive? Big turnoff. Huge. Like, why are you even here? Super passionate, can't keep his hands to himself, always ready? Turn on, obviously. Fair warning though, you might not be able to keep up with us. But don't worry, Viagra is very easy to find here, and Filipinas have a very special talent for waking things up. We'll figure it out together. Funny guy or serious guy? This one isn't even close. Filipinos laugh at everything. We laugh when we're happy, we laugh when we're nervous, we laugh at funerals sometimes, not because it's funny, but because that's how we process things. Humor is deeply, deeply part of our culture. So a man who can make us laugh, that is incredibly attractive. The serious guy who never smiles and talks about himself like he's giving a business presentation, not so much. But I want to be clear about something. Funny doesn't mean clown. Don't show up thinking you need to perform a comedy set, or talk constantly, or be corny every 5 minutes. That's not attractive either. Just be relaxed, smile easily, have a little wit, be playful, and especially in the bedroom, a sense of humor goes a long way. 2 people getting undressed in front of each other for the first time is a little awkward no matter who you are. Being able to laugh about it makes everything better. Serious and stiff, less attractive. Naturally funny and warm, very much a turn on. Beard or clean shaven? Okay. Confession time. I'm going to give you a confession, and I need you not to judge me. One time, a man kissed me with a beard, and it actually felt kind of amazing in a very specific and very enjoyable way. The texture, the tickle. I'll say no more. But that was one experience, and the overwhelming majority of Filipinas find beards on foreigners a little strange. It's just not what we're used to. A clean-shaved face looks fresh, looks young, looks approachable, looks yummy, honestly. Beard, turn off for most of us. Clean-shaven, turn on. Unless you know what you're doing with it, then maybe we can negotiate. Want sex on the first date, or willing to wait? And here's where we become total hypocrites, and I'm fine admitting that. Even if we also want it on the first date, Even if we are absolutely ready, we still prefer a guy who acts like he's willing to wait. Why? Because Filipinas want what they feel they earned. We want a little bit of a chase. We like feeling like you respect us enough to not rush. The guy who pushes for it on the first date, turn off. Even if we wanted it too, something about being pushed makes us pull back. The guy who's patient and doesn't make it weird, massive turn on. And don't worry, if he waits until the second date, we'll absolutely make it worth his time. Twice. Tattoos or no tattoos? We are hypocrites again. Full transparency. More and more Filipinas are getting tattoos these days. It's becoming very common, and yet, we still prefer our men without a lot of ink. A few tattoos? Fine. Covered from neck to ankle in tattoos? Less attractive. No tattoos? More attractive. Heavy ink? Less attractive. Although, if you really want to get a tattoo of someone's name somewhere special, that might be the one exception, because then everyone knows who you belong to, and we love that. Wants kids or doesn't want kids? For most Filipinas, this is not a small topic. This is the topic. Having a family, building something, having children, being a mother. For a lot of us, that is the whole dream. And mixed babies? Don't even get me started. They are absolutely beautiful. So a man who wants children is an enormous turn-on. A man who definitely doesn't want kids? Usually a turn-off. And if Brad Pitt ever somehow ends up here, I just want him to know he will not have a choice in the matter. I will personally make sure of it. Don't be scared, Brad. I'll be very gentle. Just arrived in the Philippines, or leaving tomorrow. This one is genuinely complicated, and I thought about it a lot. On one hand, a guy who's leaving tomorrow, that's a deadline. And Filipinas are very motivated by deadlines. If there's a countdown, we will act. Nothing lights a fire under a Filipina like knowing an opportunity is about to disappear. But on the other hand, a guy who just arrived, he's fresh, he's exciting. He could go anywhere, talk to anyone, end up with anyone. And if we don't move fast, some other girl is going to get there first. That's also very motivating. Just arrived is slightly more attractive than leaving tomorrow. But if you really want to maximize your appeal, combine both. You just got here, but you're only here for a week. I'll just say that information does something to me. That's all. Cologne or natural body odor. Walk through any mall here. Count how many men's fragrance stores you see. That's your answer. Filipinas are extremely attracted to a man who smells good. A little bit of the right cologne and we are done. It is that simple. And yes, I've seen the comments from guys online saying cologne is toxic and that natural pheromones are more attractive to women biologically. Okay, you might be right, but also, have fun with that. Enjoy your evening alone. Cologne, huge turn on. Natural odor, turn off. Morning or evening? Filipinas are night creatures. We come alive after sunset. Evening is more attractive. It's our natural habitat. But mornings? Here's the thing about mornings. Nature does something to men in the morning that we are very aware of. And if we happen to be there when it happens, we are absolutely going to take advantage of it. We didn't invent the Filipina alarm clock for nothing. Just close your eyes, think of something nice, and trust the process. You'll understand what I mean. Evening, more attractive. Morning, less attractive. But morning still has its perks. Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp. In the Philippines, these two apps say very different things about you. Messenger is personal. It's family. It's friends. It's the people you actually care about. When a guy contacts us on Messenger, it feels warm. It feels like he wants something real. WhatsApp is professional. It's business contacts. It's strangers. And I'll be honest with you, it's also what most guys use when they're chatting with people they don't want their main girlfriend to find out about. It's more private and not always for innocent reasons. So Messenger, more attractive. WhatsApp, less attractive. If you want to make a good impression, start in Messenger. That's where we keep the people we actually like. 1 round or 2 rounds? Okay, you know the answer. If something is worth doing, it's worth doing twice. A man who can give us 2 rounds instead of 1, more attractive, obviously. Drink a lot of water before you come to the Philippines. Stay hydrated, eat your vitamins. And if you're normally a one-round guy, don't worry about it. We have ways of changing that. I personally guarantee it. Just relax and let it happen. And that's it. That's the whole list. Turn-ons, turn-offs. More attractive, less attractive. Now you know. Now you have the full picture. There are no more excuses for showing up here unprepared. Thank you so much for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. It's good luck for the Philippines. And don't go anywhere. I'm going to need one more round.